Good afternoon, Emily. I hope you're doing okay. Nice to see you. Mr. Bangles is back. I actually found the box that he was in, so if you're new to the channel and you're watching this video as a replay, please comment #replay in the comment section, and that will let us know that you stopped by. And this is Mr. Bangles. I'm Christine, and this is Hobby's Corner. We're going to actually do a jewelry repair video today. Well, an upcycle. Looks like I'm just keeping an eye on whether or not I'm really choppy. Let me know, Emily, if you're able to hear me okay. Perfect. I noticed in my last video you could hear me breathing. I was like, okay, I gotta keep an eye on that for this one. Today we are actually going to take this old necklace that I actually showed in the last video. It had a big kind of statement piece that was attached to it. This was some of the pieces that were hanging off of it, and as you can see, they really weren't in the best of shape, but I loved the chain, so I kept the chain, and I'm actually just in the process of taking those rhinestones out, which we can do a little bit later, but we're going to attach something to this chain here, some more chain, and on that chain we're going to hang some really pretty blue beads. This was a bracelet. So this is a bracelet that we had revealed in the last bag. There was a navy blue one with these beautiful pave beads that I really liked, and then these are from the Stella and Dot bracelet. I just took a few of those out, so we're going to leverage those and add them onto the chain with some head pins. So really everything that we're using, with the exception of the head pins, is from another accessory. So this here this is from another necklace. It's a really cute Rolo chain, so that's what we're going to use to connect the two sides of this together. And then we're going to use these really cute head pins that have a nice little ball on the end of them, so that'll add like a nice feature to the bracelet. It'll really finish it off. Let me get rid of these. Put those with our rhinestones so we can use them in another project. And the jump rings that we're using actually are from another accessory as well. So the only thing that's new is the head pins. And you can't really reuse head pins in a project because they get all bent out of shape and they lose their structural integrity. So we're going to go ahead and get started on doing this. And then after we're done this, I'm going to show you some pieces that I recycled, and then we'll finish off. So I'm going to be using some round nose pliers to bend the head pins, some flat nose just to help open and close things, and I'm going to plan out my pattern. I like to have a plan. So we'll attach this to here first, and then from there we will start to hang off accent beads. And I think I want to start off with little ones on the ends, move it to the bigger pave, maybe have another little one, put in some yellow, Put another little one in between there. And then depending on how full it is, that's really pretty. Depending on how full it is, we will see if we need to add more. So let's start by adding this chain. So I'm going to take my jump ring, it's open. Probably can't see that, but it is open. And I'm just going to hook it on the end of this Rollo chain. And then I'm going to attach it here. Just feeding it through that space. And then I'm just going to bring them back together. This Rollo chain's pretty fine, so I'm going to need to make sure that I pinch it really good, but not to overlap it. That way that chain's not going to come off. So we can see we've got it on there. Let's do the same with the other end. And you're just feeding it through the very end of the chain. Sometimes it's good if you let it dangle, and sometimes it's hard if you have a magnetic tool. This is a magnetic tool, so it's not really letting it flow freely, but I think we'll get it. It's giving me a hard time. Let me try turning it a bit. You also want to make sure it's open enough to go on. There we go. So we've got that other one on. So I'm just holding this pretty tight. Then I'm going to feed it through the opposite end of the bigger chain so that we get it so that it's attached. And then I'm just going to put the teeth of those two ends back together. Pinch it a bit. And then now what we've got is a really thick chain with a thinner chain. And because this is a Rollo chain, I'm going to be able to take these really cute eye pins and attach these beads. So we'll start with the end one. Oh, these are really awesome. They've got like a glitter in them and they're glass, really pretty. So I'm just going to put the head pin on like that, and then I'm going to press down really hard on the end, kind of holding it like this, like you would a needle, and I'm going to bend this at a 90-degree angle as far down as I can. So you can see there, I've bent it, and that's what we're going to leverage to make the loop. But I don't want the loop really, really big, and that's kind of long. So I'm just going to take about ½ an inch off. I want to use my round nose pliers. I'm going to pinch the end, and I'm going to force it to go backwards this way in a curl. And I'm using the tool. See how I re-gripped it? Once my wrist gets in an uncomfortable position, I reposition it. Always let the tool do the work for you. And then bring it in, and then you get this really lovely little charm. So we're just going to open it by pulling it away from itself, not opening it back the way we closed it, because if you do, you'll ruin the integrity of it. And I'm going to actually attach it to the big loop. That's where my first one's going to go. And it's really important that you do what you did to this side to the other side before you start moving along, unless you don't care about your pattern. So there's our first little dangle right there. And we're just going to go through and keep doing it. So I'll do the same to the other side. If you don't want to use your finger, you can bend it with your tool. Sometimes that's easier. And it all depends on how well made your head pins are. Some of them aren't as malleable as others, and that's really how much you spend on them, I guess. And once you get going, you'll get really good at it, and you'll just start making them so easily. And you can go ahead and make these all ahead of time. You don't have to do them one at a time like I am. So there's our other one. Hangs pretty well. And so our next one was supposed to be the big one. So this one, because it's a little bit bigger, I'll use a head pin that's a little bit bigger. I love this one too. So pretty. And I'm just going to bend it down, give it a snip. It's probably a good idea to wear glasses. I have glasses on, so because the wire does travel. The higher up you go on the round nose pliers, the bigger the loop will be. So if you're left with quite a bit of metal and you didn't cut enough off but you already started to bend, you could just move it up and it'll make that loop a little bit bigger. Sometimes it kind of gets bent on an angle. You can fix that too. So now this is really critical. I have to make sure that I'm putting it in the same spot here as I would over here. So I need to count how many loops am I moving in on. So I'm going to put this in on the second one right here. So I'll have to do that on the other side because you're going to want it to be balanced. A little bit of dexterity required here. Also, glasses if you're blind like me. 1, 2, get in there. Come on. I might need to open it just a little bit more. How are things going, Emily? I hope you're well. Oh, I sent your hoops out, by the way. It's regular mail, so be patient because that's the cheapest way to do it. There, we're on number 2. And it'll just be like coming like a letter. But they're packaged pretty good, so. I put some colored ones in there too. Oh my goodness, my son downstairs is loud. So there's our other one. Look how pretty that is. And we'll do the next one on the other side, putting it the same distance as the other one. Okay. Let's see if we can get that one on link number 2. That's the one, that's 2. There we go. Yeah, I really liked this chain. The vintage one, it was so pretty, and I thought, oh, those bracelets. And I even took this generic tag and added it to just make it a little more elegant. So there we go. We can see it's starting to come together, and we just keep going. Going, going, going. It's March break here, so the kids are in full gaming mode. I think I'm going to space these out and do every second one. So we did that one, 1, 2, so this one will go here. 1, 2, this one goes right. It's hard to remember, hard to see. There's 1, 2, yeah, I'll do 3 to give it space. It is not easy. 1, 2, 3, right there. I can see it. I just can't get it on there. It doesn't help that the chain is really tiny. One, two, three is sideways, and we got it. Perfect. Now let's hope we can get it to stay on there. I'll just bring that back in. There's our other one. One, two, three. Get over here. And then let's do the other one. Okay. We will look for 3 on this side. 1, 2, 3 is right here. That one went on pretty good. Pretty easy. Now let's do a yellow one. It's a little bit bigger, so we'll use the bigger one. I bought these at a 99-cent store. They weren't very expensive. I liked them because I didn't have the bright gold, so it was good that I was able to find them. They came in like a bag of 100 units for 99 cents. I mean, they're pretty malleable, so wearing this you'd have to really be careful you didn't catch it on anything because it would probably open. So if you're looking for something a little more stronger, then you're probably going to need to spend a little bit more money, but 1, 2, 3, whoopsie daisy. Come back here. Probably not the best project for someone who isn't patient or doesn't have patience, because it can get a little tedious. 1, 2, 3 right there. Don't turn. Why is this side always the hardest? I'm just going to use my fingers. 1, 2, 3. There we. Nope, that's too far. You can see it's way too far. It's got to go to the one beside it. There we go. There's the other one. See how they're laying. Oh, that's looking really good. It's going to be really pretty. Okay, pull it open on its side, and we'll put this one in on the other side. I like the choice of color. 1, 2, 3 is right there. Okay. Originally I thought about putting a nice like a big pendant in here, and then I was like, no, I think I'll do this. This is not sitting properly. Why are you not sitting properly? They may need to be spaced out. This looks like... Okay. Those are in the wrong spot. There we go. Yeah, these look like... Did I hook this on the same one as that one? Oh! Well, that little guy didn't want to stay on. He did not like it there. This is what I mean about making sure that you have it closed. I did not have it closed, so let's go back. Goes right here. Got way too many of them hooked up in it. Where do you go? Right there. It's all bent. Cockeyed. There we go. Let's get it in that way. I think actually by opening it too far it was making it very difficult to get on. Does not want to cooperate. Ooh, it's making me mental. Come on. Where are you going? Right there. I need you to go right there. Get in there. There we go. Got to make sure that this is tucked down nice and tight. I'd say that's probably my biggest challenge with straight pins and eye pins is making sure that you've got them closed as tight as possible. There you can see that looks a little different. Yeah, it's starting to come along. Alright, let's go back to baby blue, or the baby blue, not the color, the little one. It's pretty small, so... Whoops! Where'd you go? There you are. On the floor. And we're just gonna bend it. Open it and definitely need to have patience. It really is just because I'm using such a delicate chain to connect these two. If they were bigger loops, it would be so much easier. But I liked the delicateness of it. One, two, three. Okay, got that one. Look really pretty. These are so dark, it's hard to find the holes on them. That's going to be a lot of space to fill. A lot of space. I might need some more head pins. Maybe I will give a little bit an extra space in there. This one's not sitting as good as I would like it to. Oh, that's why. They were... There we go. Okay, what do we have? We need another big one on the other side. I kind of like that sound when you snip wire. But I have had it shoot right back in my face, and it hurts. And you always get a little nick. It's just Murphy's Law that it actually nails you right on the pointy end. Did I hook it on two things there? I don't know what happened there. There we go. That one's a little bit longer. This is coming along. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking what I might do is find something to go in the middle there, because I think it would be nice to have a bigger piece there. So let me see. I think I believe I have some pieces, like a leaf or something, that we could stick there, and then that would also just make it a whole lot easier. Oh, I know where I put them. In my bead container here. So let's switch it up. We've matched each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put one of these. And I think that one has too many hooks. This one doesn't have enough hooks. That would look nice. But it has that. So I just want to see what it would look like if I snipped that off. I would file that down. Yeah, I would have to file that. And I think the inside is clear, like white. So that's not going to work. This one has a hole on the end that you could use, or if we did this, we could attach that like that and then dangle a tiny little thing off of there. I don't know. That looks really pretty though. I like that better than that. This is nice too though. It would attach here, and then we could put a jump ring there, but I think this is the nicest thing. Let's see what it looks like. Because this I can't, it's too sharp, and the color of the inside of the metal is silver, but the outside is gold, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to just, or do we just continue like this and make it look like that? No, I want to put that leaf in there. So let's open this up. And we're just going to snip one of these off here to pull the rest of the chain off. See, now we've got these pieces. And then we're going to do the same over here. Just going to snip it off here. So now it's open again. We've still got some chain though. Not a lot, but some. And then we're going to attach this to that with a jump ring. So we need some jump rings, which I have. I think, let's see, where did I put them? Here they are. These are the same jump rings. Let's find this hole. There we go. Let's attach this here. Bring that in. Yeah, this makes more sense and it looks pretty. And then if we don't like it, we can always add the other pieces. That's the coolest part about creating. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, he's so noisy downstairs. I told him he could be loud though. What are you gonna do, right? It's during the day. So here is the other end. We didn't leave much room here. We cut it pretty short. I wasn't paying attention. So I gotta get it hooked on this free hoop here. There, it's hooked on the free hoop, and then we'll bring it over here. And I think for the little dangly part, we'll have to find like the tiniest little crystal bead and then hang it off of it. It would look so pretty, like just to have something different. So look at that. Oh my goodness, I love it. And then here, we're just gonna dangle something off. And I can find, I think I put some very fine crystal beads in here. So let me just pull it up. And I believe they have a blue tone to them. That's brown. Brown would be nice too. Of course, they're all at the very bottom. There's one. There's one there. Not really the blue I'm looking for. I see another one down here. I like that one. It's got gold and dark blue. We'll use that one. Maybe we make a little cluster that hangs from it. Ooh, let's do that. So we need another jump ring. Sorry, this is my tray with all my projects I'm working on. So let's get one of these. We are going to take these eye pins and make an even smaller loop with these. Bending those right over 90 degrees. Can almost go a little bit more, and then using the very tip because the loop we're making has to be really, really small. There we go. We got our cute little loop. Our little tiny, tiny one. Let's do this one. This one might make a little bit longer than that one so it hangs a little bit and it's not all in the same cluster. So you can even do that. They don't have to be all the same size. You can make them so that they are different heights. That looks the same, a little bit bigger. Maybe next time I shouldn't cut off so much. This one is the blue one that I liked, so we can definitely make this one a bit longer. Didn't take off too much there, so you can see my pin stem is quite lengthy. We're going to use the middle. All right, let's kind of counter affected that by making it the loop so big. You lose your height if you make the loop really big. We got our jump ring. We're gonna attach all of these cute little charms. The big one in the middle, the two little ones on the edge, because then the middle one will be centered. So there we've got our cute little cluster. And we're going to add it onto this and add even more charm to this, literally, because I classify these as handmade charms. Oh, one fell off. Put that little guy back on there. I'm not using the right tool. This round nose plier is messing me up here. I need this one because I got to keep them in alignment, keep them straight. There's a lot going on here because I've got the pendant itself in the middle adding to the space. So if you get one that bites over the tip of, like, the ends don't meet and it bites over, grab it in the middle and just give it a pinch down. It's important you do that because it'll catch on clothes like sweaters, skin, and you don't want that. I can see it's doing it here because I bent it using the wrong tool. All right, there we go. So let's clear all this off. We could even make earrings to match this. Actually, we might as well. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at this. Look at this. OMG, it's so pretty. What a gorgeous, gorgeous upcycle. I love this. I love this little accent here. These are beautiful. The chain, everything is recycled. All right, let's do a pair of earrings quickly because there's a few things I want to show you, and then I'm going to jump off and then I'm going to record a jewelry live video for everyone because I know this isn't always everyone's cup of tea. So we're going to take our two head pins, the same thing we had before. We need fish hooks, so let me just quickly go get some. Here we got a bucket of fish hooks. Find a good pair that match the metal. Those look pretty good. I like a bigger fish hook. Looks like I got a lot of little ones. So let's see what we can find. If you wear backings with the little ones, they work good, but I find the little ones on their own tend to slide out of the ear. And some people can't wear these because they're not real gold. So you can get them in precious metal. All right, we're just going to use, let me see if that's too yellow. No. This one really, oh, I think those are okay. They're in your ears anyways. All right, so they already have, this is basically just like a gigantic piece of metal that's been bent the way we bent all of these down here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to decide what our earrings should look like. I think we should have 3. So hopefully we have enough space. And you always want the heavier one at the bottom. That's what I like. Let's do the little one in the middle. And these eye pins are not going to be big enough, see? So what we can do is we can go and find some of the little tiny ones that we used here, and we can use those in the centers. And we know we have the brown color. Whenever I take jewelry apart, I just stick it in this bin here. I have many bins like this. And then I always go back to it to find pieces that I can use in projects. That's a cute brown one. There's some more. Now we have to find two that are exactly identical. So hopefully we get lucky and we can build this out. I find that's a challenge for me all the time with the rhinestones when I'm repairing things. With rhinestones, I don't always have all the things I need. All the sizes, the colors. Okay, it looks like we've got two of those. So we've actually got lucky right away. And we've got two of each. Two light brown and white, two of the dark, and two of the kind of almost translucent. So what I think we'll do is we're not going to use the big brown ones. Let's take one of the little ones. Actually, I still want to do the big one on the bottom because it will sit nice and really show off that little nub at the bottom of the head pin. Then I'm going to put a little one. And then let's do the big blue. And then I think that's all the space we have. And I don't like it, so I'm going to do the big blue and then put the little one on the top. That looks better, but let's see how it matches. I'm not really liking that dark color, so let me try the lighter color. And I'm not liking it there. These are multi-tone crystals, so when you turn them, they have browns on one side. I think that is the best because it draws in the gold and the dark. So let's bend this over. We're not going to get very much of a loop, but that's okay because we're only having to put it on the fish hook. We don't have to have a big loop. Here, the important piece is that it matches and hits the other side, which it did. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the fish hook right there. And that's what I'm going to do, what I'm going to use to hook it on to the earring. And then I'm going to pinch it so it goes back and gets closed. Make sure it meets so our fine. There we go. And there's our first pair of earrings to match this set. Let's do the other one. I just noticed something. Oh no, we don't have another one of these pave beads. We do not. So that does not work. We have to solution here. Darn it all. And I really like them in this necklace. Bummer. And I'm positive I don't have any other ones because I put all of these in a bag. So there you go. Planning is important. So we're going to have to take this apart. Unfortunately, because we've bent this, it's no longer good. Now we're back to square one. So it looks like we are going to use these because they're going to add the bling. That'll add some depth. And those are still cute. Let's see what it looks like if I do the big one on the bottom. Could you see that already happening as it was happening? That there wasn't another pave bead? Or did you think I was going to magically make it appear? I kind of like that. Okay, we'll do that. And I will keep my eyes open down the road for a beautiful blue bead that we could actually make kind of like the same pave style earrings. Alright, so that is done. This can come off or on. Gonna lift up that little thing there. Okay, there's our first pair. They're still pretty. Still really pretty. And let's get our... We only had one more of these too, so lucky ducky. Lots of the little ones, so we could do a bracelet with this being the centerpiece if we wanted a stretchy. Make a whole set, and then it would be 100% recycled. It's amazing what you can do with the jewelry you have lying around. Wrong ones, that's my problem. Gotta have something flat here. Okay, so there we go. So we made these lovely earrings to match this gorgeous upcycled necklace. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And it won't fit as a choker the way it used to. It looks like it'll have some length, and if we need to, we have more of this chain where we can add an extender if somebody wanted that. Really, really happy with the way this turned out. So that is what we did today. Now I'm just going to clear this off and share with you a few pieces that I actually have fixed, because I know some of you like to take a look at what I am repairing, and I don't always show the videos on how it's repaired because they can take a long time, and you know, outside of editing, and it's just a lot of feed to have to put in on YouTube. So I thought I would, you know, always share what the end outcome is. Okay, I want to keep that chain because we might use it later. Get rid of this before I end up stepping on it. It ends up in my shoes and in my socks. Okay, let's take a look. So, if you recall, I had a jewelry bag where I had actually found tons of sterling silver chain. I think we were all quite surprised. And over the the past couple of years I've been collecting jewelry bags, I've found a lot of sterling silver pendants. So I finally took the time to go ahead and find necklaces that would match pendants, and this is that one of the gentleman in the boat. So I managed to get that on a sterling chain, and some of these chains were broken and I had to actually fix them. So either they didn't have spring clasps or they didn't have jump rings, so a lot of repairs went into these as well in order to be able to use the sterling pendants. This is one where we had found a amethyst pendant, and this was one of the chains I got at the Salvation Army bag, so we were able to do that one. You probably remember this one. This is an oldie. The Oro Maya pendant. We finally got that on a chain, so these are all going to go up on Poshmark. This one too. This was our first communion one. Sterling, we found that in a bag, as well as the chain. I don't buy sterling chains, so this is all found in jewelry bags. This is the gender pendant, really cute. This was a really cute one too. This would make a really great wedding present for someone. This is a husband and a wife, or like an anniversary present. It's a bride and a groom. That's a sterling pendant. A lot of these say stir too, which says to me they're a little bit older. Here's a bowling one, a girl bowling. We got that one on a chain. So I think these are super unique. I like to put things up that are unique, not common. This one I'm really happy about. This chain was broken and I actually fixed it. This is a gold chain. I had old scrap gold, and I was able to connect this chain and get it in working order. And this is the Star of David with the Chi symbol, or Chi. So this is, I think it's 10 karat gold, so we're going to put that one up. And that's a unique pendant too. Someone might be looking for that. And then this is our cute little pink topaz butterfly with some rhinestones. We got that on everything is sterling. And then this was a very old, I don't even know what this is, but I got this in a bag too. The style is relatively old, and that's on a sterling chain as well. So we were able to upcycle not only the chains, but finally find a home for a lot of these pendants, which is great. So I'm going to take some pictures today, and we will put these up. And hopefully somebody will be looking for something like that, because I'm certainly not going to wear all of them. But not bad. If you want to spend the time and you're patient, you can wait, and eventually, especially this one, I've been waiting for the parts to be found in other bags for this Star of David. I love that one. All right, some other things that I fixed. You probably remember this from a thrift store bag that I got. So this is a beautiful transfer print courting scene. And it originally had pearls, and one of the pearls was missing at the top. And I actually replaced them with Aurora Borealis because I felt that that was the time period would suit it. And this actually was a miniature of this, but it was all chipped and part of the transfer was coming off. So I actually put this beautiful genuine stone in here, which I think complements it. I'm not sure, but, and then the back here was a little, it's not that in the greatest shape, and the chain was kind of offset. So one end was higher than the other, but I managed to, I think, do a pretty good job of fixing that piece. So I'm happy with this one. Maybe someone will love it for its uniqueness. So that is something I recently repaired. You all remember this one, this beautiful pendant we reviewed in the last jewelry jar bag. I actually found a really nice chain for it, and it is a vintage chain, and so I was able to put that on a chain. So that's ready to go. Do we remember this piece? The sandstone piece, and how it was broken. It's got a considerable amount of wear on it, but I felt it was worth saving because it's just so unique, and it's not in horrible shape, and someone might like it. I fixed it. So I was able to pull, it was made much like a watch. I was able to pull the pins out here and take the segments off. It is much smaller, so it'll fit a smaller wrist now, like a 6.5 compared to a 7, but it's pretty cool. So that is in good working order now. I didn't think I was going to be able to save it. I was so delicate with it. No, I can't get it open. There we go. But I managed to. You can see the gold has come off there. The pattern may not necessarily be the same, but I think it was well worth it to keep it alive. Pretty cool, eh? Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. This also, this is an 18, this is gold electroplate. Nice cluster ring. Really nice plating still on the back, and it was missing its center stone, and I just pried the claws open a little bit and was able to fix that. So this ring is now in good working order and can go up for someone who wants a nice vintage faux diamond cluster ring. So that's been repaired. This also was repaired. We replaced all the dirty pearls with crystal rhinestones. So that's a really cool little pin, vintage pin, that really would have just gone in the garbage. I left the pearl in the center because it was in pretty good shape. I can see some of the enameling is coming off, and I'll probably just re-enamel it, paint it with a fine brush. These, if you remember, they were in pretty rough shape. I still haven't finished the outer edge of the leaf yet. Those require a very, very small rhinestone, so I need to get my glasses on, but I changed the color to this beautiful teal. I think even with the wear, it looks really great, and then I'm going to put a color in here. I'm not sure yet what. I might do like a nice bright orange. I think that would make it nice. And then these will be ready to go. These are older as well. And then we fixed these coral earrings. They were missing one of their stones, so we were able to go in our rhinestone box and replace this one. So a tip, I used to use the heat gun, to get stones out, but I only do that when I don't want to keep the metal that it's attached to. So I would never heat this up with a heat gun. Instead, for this, I was really lucky. The glue was really old, so it just popped out. So I always try to pick it out, and I use like a picky tool like this. I believe this is an aesthetic tool. I've never used it for that, but I would just gently try to pry it open, and if it doesn't, then I basically just put it in hot water, and then the glue loosens, and then I'm able to plunk it out, dry it really quickly, and I'm able to, and sometimes it's good to get them all out, because if one has come out, the chances are the other ones are, so it's good to do a whole overhaul on fixing them. The last two things that I worked on, these are new, you haven't seen these yet. This is a really amazing pin with black enamel and a crackle finish. This is dark purple. A lot of the tips here had chipping, and so I just took some black enamel paint and fixed those. You can't even tell. Look at the underside. So this has been restored. No white spots coming through. And then this as well, some of the red enameling on the edges was actually white. And now you can't even tell. It looks like brand new. I think I paid $1 for each of these. Some other pieces that I got recently, I paid $1 for all of these together. $1 each, sorry. These are sterling silver. They were actually $2. I've been selling a lot of these style hoops lately, so I was really happy to see those. I was looking for that dark color. I smelt them. I could tell they were silver, and then the silver mark is written right on the end here, so for $2, pretty cool. I picked up this scarf clip. I just thought it was really cute, like a rose. $1 for that. This too was $1, and this is actually glass, so I really liked this. No mark on it, but made pretty well. I think this is really nice. This is also crystal set in sterling silver with some marcasite. I picked that up for $1. It's a gorgeous pendant. I'm looking for a very nice older chain, and it says Germany on it. But I love that. So I'm always looking for those little pieces. And this place where I got these from always has a dollar bin. I thought this was cute too. Just a cute little pendant. It's plated, but it's a nice sailboat. Be nice on a chain. And then I just got some bows. Some people like bows, but they were older looking. And I couldn't let them sit there. So pick those up as well. Well, that's it, guys. I got these. I still have to fix. Oh, no, I forgot one more thing. So, I don't know if you remember, this was like a long, long time ago. I found these puffy hearts, sterling silver puffy hearts, in a jewelry bag. And I've cleaned one. I'm in the process of cleaning the other, but with all of the broken pieces, I was able to find the fish hooks that I could put them on that were sterling. So these puffy hearts are going to be going up on Poshmark as well, and they're vintage. So cool. So I fixed those as well. And I think that's it. Yeah. These I'm going to be repairing next. They are Vanco. They had a big, really not a very nice looking acrylic faux pearl on them. I just cleaned out a lot of the glue and darkness, and I'm trying to find something to put on these, and then what color I'm going to put in here. And as of course with anything that I upcycle, if it's named, I always disclose to whoever buys it that it's not in its original form. So if anybody's worried or concerned about that, just know that there's full disclosure. So anyways, everyone, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this jewelry upcycle, recycle. Look at that. I might even make a bracelet with what's left over after. But I think we did a fabulous job. Love it. I think I'll put it up and see if it goes, if anybody wants it. But until next time, everyone, thanks so much for stopping by.